Ever feel like you're just watching money fly out the door?
Oh, tell me about it.
Well, today we're talking about how to make those dollars take you places. Like literally.
Ooh, I love that.
You've sent over some articles about maximizing credit card rewards in Taiwan, especially for earning miles. Looks like you're ready to become a miles-earning pro.
Yeah.
And we're here to help you turn everyday spending, well, into free flights.
That's right. It's like a secret superpower hidden in plain sight. And trust me, in a place like Taiwan, with its endless credit card options, you can really rack up those rewards.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The source material really focuses on the something for something philosophy of credit card rewards.
Yeah.
Basically, you're already spending the money, so why not get something back?
Exactly. It's about making your money work harder for you.
Now, there are two main types of rewards, cashback and miles. Think of cashback like a mini refund on your purchases.
Right.
But it seems like you and our source author are more interested in the exciting world of miles.
Miles are like frequent flyer currency, your golden ticket to free flights, upgrades, and even hotel stays.
And speaking of miles, the source author is all about Asia Miles and Starlux Miles. They even compare choosing your favorite program to being a dog or cat person. It's all about what fits your lifestyle.
Absolutely. Now, the author loves Asia Miles for their no expiration policy. This is huge EA if you're not a frequent flyer because your miles won't expire even if you only take one trip a year.
Oh, that's great.
Unlike some programs that make you feel like you constantly need to be earning, with Asia Miles you can relax knowing those miles are there waiting for you.
No pressure to travel constantly. I like the sound of that. They're also big fans of Starlux Miles, especially for those convenient direct flights within Asia. Makes sense. Sometimes you just want to get to that beach vacation without the hassle of layovers.
Exactly. And those direct flights can make a huge difference, especially if you're traveling with family or just want to maximize your time at your destination.
Speaking of finding the perfect card, you might be wondering, how many is too many? Our source author mentions juggling over 30 cards.
Oh.
While impressive, I'm not sure my wallet could handle that.
It's definitely a balancing act. The key takeaway here is that there's no magic number.
Right.
The source author even mentions friends who are perfectly happy with a minimalist 1 or 2 card system. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're maximizing rewards without the system becoming a burden. Don't feel like you need to become a credit card juggler if that's not your style.
Right. It shouldn't feel like a chore. Now let's talk about those pesky annual fees. Some cards make you pay to play, promising you'll earn it back in rewards.
It's true, some cards have higher annual fees, but offer enticing perks and accelerated earning potential to compensate. The source author mentions friends who happily shell out big bucks for premium cards because they're confident they'll reap the benefits.
Yeah, like they're basically investing in their future travel plans. But our source author takes a more selective approach, opting for only 2 cards with fees.
This really highlights the importance of understanding your own spending habits and reward thresholds.
Absolutely. It's all about finding what works for you. Now, I'm dying to know, what are these 2 magical cards that made the cut?
The source author specifically calls out the Cathay Pacific Asia Miles co-branded titanium business card and the CTBC Bank Starlux Airlines co-branded card.
The chosen ones. I bet they're packed with perks.
They are. This card is like the VIP pass to Asia Miles. It comes with a higher earning rate, meaning you're basically fast-tracking your way to those free flights. They even use the word brightness to describe these cards, which I kind of love.
Brightness. Like these cards are shining a light on your path to free flights. I like it. But let's not forget about those of us who are just dipping our toes into the world of rewards. What about cards without annual fees?
That's where the author's strategy gets really interesting. They're big proponents of leveraging no annual fee cards for consistent, everyday benefits.
Okay, so we're building a solid foundation with those no-fee cards, but help me connect the dots. Give me an example of how this works in real life.
Absolutely. They share a great example using the DBS Eco-Sustainable Card for Gogoro payments.
You can earn miles for paying for your scooter.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
By using this specific card for their scooter payments, they achieve a 5.1 mile earning rate on what's essentially a fixed monthly expense. They're turning a regular bill into a consistent source of miles, and those miles add up fast.
Whoa, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
That's a game changer. So it's about finding those cards that perfectly align with your spending habits.
Precisely. And it doesn't have to be a scooter payment. Think about your non-negotiable monthly expenses. Maybe it's gas, parking, groceries.
There's probably a card out there offering awesome rewards just for being a responsible adult. I love it. Now, before we get too excited about turning our bills into free flights, the source material dives into some seriously specific hacks for maximizing rewards on everyday expenses. It's like a cheat code for earning miles. All right, so spill the tea. What are these so-called cheat codes for earning miles on everyday expenses?
Well, get ready to be amazed by how strategic you can be with those seemingly mundane bills.
Okay.
For instance, they recommend the Taishin Bank JCOPay co-branded card for those unavoidable expenses like water, electricity, and gas.
Okay, those bills are definitely unavoidable.
Oh.
But how does that card make them more exciting?
Well, this card often has promotional periods where you can earn even more miles for paying those utilities.
Interesting.
So it's about timing those payments strategically to maximize your rewards.
Ah, I see. So instead of dreading those bills, you're like, yes, time to earn some miles.
Exactly. It's about finding those silver linings. Now, for internet and cable bills, they suggest the Taishin Rose card, especially if you can pay on the weekend for an extra boost.
Hold on. I need to mark my calendar for weekend bill paying. This is brilliant. You're turning mundane tasks into mini celebrations because you're earning miles while adulting.
Exactly, and it gets even better. Remember how we talked about finding those strategic overlaps?
Yeah.
Well, the source actually reveals a Netflix hack.
Wait, you can earn miles for binge watching? Tell me more.
Apparently, if you use the CTBC Bank Starlux Airlines co-branded card for your Netflix subscription, it counts as overseas spending, even though it's billed in Taiwan dollars.
No.
That means you could be looking at a 10.1-mile earning rate just for catching up on your favorite shows.
My mind is officially blown. This is why we do these deep dives. Okay, before we get too lost in the excitement of earning miles for watching Squid Game, let's talk about this treasure trove of information the source provides. The mile earning rates for various cards and spending categories. It's like the ultimate guide to maximizing rewards.
It really is. The source breaks it down for both Asia Miles and Starlux Miles, which is incredibly helpful for those focused on those programs.
It's like having a roadmap to free flights. But let's be real, we don't have time to go through every single entry. What are some standout rates that caught your eye?
Well, for the truly dedicated, using the CTBC Cube card during your birthday month is like hitting the jackpot. You could potentially earn 3.6 miles for every dollar spent on specific purchases. Hello, birthday shopping spree.
Right.
And of course, we have to mention the CTBC Cathay Pacific Asia Miles co-branded cards mileage accelerator, which, as we discussed earlier, is a major draw for our source author.
Yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme. Birthday month is basically like credit card Christmas. And hey, that Netflix hack with the CTBC Bank Starlux Airlines co-branded card, earning 10 miles per dollar is pretty darn tempting.
It really highlights how valuable it is to analyze your regular spending habits and see where those strategic overlaps exist. You might be surprised at what hidden opportunities you uncover. But you bring up an important point. Earning miles is great, but you have to actually use them.
You're right. What's the point of a mountain of miles if you're not using them to explore the world, right?
Exactly. Don't let those miles gather dust. Think of them as your ticket to unforgettable experiences. Imagine finally booking that dream trip to Japan, upgrading to business class for a long-haul flight, or surprising your partner with a luxurious hotel stay, all thanks to strategically using your credit card for everyday purchases.
Now that is a motivating vision board. But honestly, it feels empowering knowing that you can turn your morning coffee and grocery runs into adventures.
And that's the beauty of it. This isn't some exclusive club. It's accessible to anyone willing to put in a little effort.
It's about taking control of your finances and making them work for you.
Yeah.
Which I am here for. You know, as much as I love geeking out over the perfect credit card combo, this deep dive made me realize something.
Go. I'm curious what's got you thinking.
Well, the source material is laser focused on Asia Miles and Starlux Miles, which is awesome. But it got me thinking about all those other loyalty programs out there. You know, for hotels, supermarkets, even specific brands.
That's such a good point. It's easy to get tunnel vision when you're deep in the world of airline miles. But the truth is, loyalty programs are everywhere. And just like with our credit card strategy, there are ways to supercharge those programs too.
Right. Like maybe your favorite coffee shop has a punch card system.
Yeah.
And there's a credit card out there that gives you bonus points for every purchase at that specific store.
Exactly.
Suddenly, your daily latte habit is fueling free pastries.
Exactly. Or maybe you're part of a hotel chain's rewards program but haven't linked a credit card to it. You could be missing out on accelerated points that could earn you free nights much faster.
It's like unlocking a whole new level of the rewards game. It's not just about finding the best general rewards card, but thinking about which cards align with the brands and services you already use and love.
Absolutely. And the beauty of this approach is that it encourages you to be more mindful of your spending habits. Instead of just swiping your card without thinking, you become more strategic. You start asking yourself, can I maximize the rewards on this purchase by using a specific card?
It's like turning everyday spending into a game. How many rewards points can you rack up? What can you get for free by being smart about how you spend?
And who doesn't love a good challenge, especially when the prize is basically free stuff?
Okay, I'm convinced this has been eye-opening. So, for everyone listening, here's your homework. Think about the stores, brands, or services you use regularly. I bet there are loyalty programs out there just waiting to be supercharged by your savvy spending habits.
And remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about different programs and how to leverage your spending, the more rewards you'll earn.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So go forth and conquer those rewards programs, everyone. And if you stumble upon any genius hacks, hit us up on our social media. We'd love to hear your success stories.
Until next time, happy spending and even happier earning.